Well, hello there, everybody, and good evening.
What is happening, dude?
It's got to be Friday night if we're here, right?
Yeah, no.
Tell you. All right, so our show tonight.
Hey, Charles.
Come on, what's up?
Oh, nothing.
I guess
What is
the
lithium?
lithium has been working.
Apparently.
Yeah.
All right, so our show tonight, the healing power of music, right? And what songs kind of lift you up when you're down or help you process to get back up, right? And so that's kind of where we're going tonight. So, Seth, how are you doing? How's your week been? What's going on?
Thank you for asking, my friend. It's really good right now. I curbed the whole microphone thing because I didn't want to talk like this for an hour, and but I do plan on doing other stuff with the interface and all that fun stuff. But for tonight, dude, we're just chilling. I'm so happy to be. I still have to work tomorrow and Sunday, but then I have some time off for vacation. So yeah,
you've got the whole week, so you've got some time. I have the weekend off, but I still have to come and work Monday and Tuesday. But trade-offs, right?
Rico B. He's over there.
All right. So speaking of Rico B, let's go ahead and welcome in the folks in the chat. So
Please do.
Our first entry in International Insane Studios, welcome in.
So good.
Our Canadian brother from out west, Symmetry, Trev, welcome in.
What up, Trev?
Our music in law, Ryan Hall. And they've all been talking and going back and forth, and it seems to be off to a good start. Our buddy
Thanksgiving tape.
Our buddy Octopus Ears from out your way. You two guys need to get together. You're too close not to.
I know. Actually, I saw he may have been there at the live broadcast. I only saw a couple of minutes because my wife's always mad at me. Well, not always mad, but I shouldn't be looking at the phone all the time, which I shouldn't be. But they were doing some guitar shopping, and it was amazing. I was like, oh, I want to be there right now. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Yeah, that was literally Guitar Safari Live. That was great. They were doing it. So, yeah, man.
And then, of course, River Docs is in. He says, look, I fooled you, and I made it on time, too. Him and I were talking on his live stream last night, and he's been really generous in pushing the channel and pushing our show. And he was saying, hey, I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to make it. But here he is, and here he is on time. And, of course, our buddy Keith H. is there saying, hi, y'all.
Keith, let me thank you again real quick, Charles, because you've done something in the post. I have a difficult time sometimes finding people in our chat, their channels, so that I can subscribe, like I can subscribe to them. Especially like if they're not subscribed to me, because I get that notification and I always sub back. But so you post a lot of the links, which I find very useful, and I'm thankful for that. So I go in and I went to a bunch of people, Riverdocs sub, International Insane sub, and whoever else was in there, because very helpful. Thank you, brother.
Well, thank you. And that's a growing list, and I cannot take credit for it. It is an idea I stole from Ryan over at OU812. And because, we forget, we can only put links in so many times, but I'm trying to remember that as we build that, to go ahead and put those in each one of our shows.
I'm not on that list.
Sorry, maybe the lithium's wearing off.
And I want to welcome in Keith. Ooh.
Stoked.
Ooh. Got me all distracted. Welcome in Keith Hall, Rico B, BC Rich 581, Bonkers, Dwight Bailey, the hitman himself.
Dwight Bailey.
And Ryan of OU812. Excellent. Welcome in, sir. Randy Crooks, good evening. Good evening to you.
I pulled off the OU812, like the YMCA. That is a dance.
And DB Douglas is a new sub for the channel that came over from River Docs. So thank you, DB. Welcome in.
DB.
So I love this topic we're talking about because, especially the last couple of years we've all had we're all dealing with stuff, right? And getting through. And so, what's kind of your take on tonight's topic, Seth?
Well, personally for me, music has been the thing behind motivation and the thing you turn to in all times, right? In times of joy, it's usually something around music. In times of sorrow, you turn to music. And I kind of had built a life around music. I mean, because it's just something that drives me. And so there's really, man, what can be said other than how powerful it is that can affect your mood, right? You can listen to something and it can turn you. It's such a powerful thing.
I love this. I love this. Welcome, John. Welcome in.
Oh, guitars. I know.
How dare we talk about guitars?
Have you ever had the day, Charles, where every guitar you pick up, the output jack is loose?
I used to have that problem, especially, and you get that problem a lot with tellies, right?
Yeah.
But I went to the electro sockets on my tellies, and
then you're good forever. Yeah. I mean, I like the
Paul McNary and all the cats. Sorry about that.
Meow, 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 meow.
Paul. Mm-hmm. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's music. You and I were talking about it the other night, and when things are hitting the fan and you don't know what to do, it is a good way to recollect yourself and kind of heal your soul a little bit, right? And and for me, it's different songs in different situations.
Yeah, like you're not gonna put on like a heavy metal upbeat like song. Yes, the right song for the right situation, right?
So yeah, you break up with your girlfriend and you put on White Snakes. Here we go again.
Here we go again. That's actually that's probably what I would put on. Candlebox. Who knows Candlebox? They were a breakup band because every song was a whiny, that really good, well-recorded, professional whiny song about a breakup.
Definitely. And Randy Crooks, this is a guy that lives by music, right? And you talk about a guy processing things through music.
Yeah.
He does, he'll post on Facebook what he's listening to, what the, kind of what the order is, and saying, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Where should I go next?
Right.
And fun. So for Randy, he says the healing power of music for him is the Doobie Brothers. You just feel better when you're listening to it. And I can agree with that wholeheartedly. So feel free to put into the chat, what helps, what are the songs, what are the groups that help heal your soul when you're not feeling so well?
Yeah, and please put some songs and artists just like we just had. But, maybe particular songs, because artists can have such a wide range of what they play. And, just like in different songs, the artist can play tons of different. But I get it. When you say Doobie Brothers, it is a tone. That is a received message. So in the case of the Doobie Brothers, yes, you can kind of get away with it.
Mm-hmm. But, I have a song that I have a go-to when things are just bad and I don't know which way is up and I don't know what I'm going to do, right? And so for me to process through things and kind of find my way back, that song is usually Pink Floyd's Brain Damage. And to the point to where my family knows if I am playing that song,
so good, yeah,
you might want to give me a moment until it moves. And if I start listening to the rest of the album, you're good to go. You can come in. But if I keep playing that one over and over again for a while, I need some time to process.
Something's cooking, right? And you need to I get it. Dude, you're way cooler than me because my songs are not as metal or not as rock related. I've got probably what might be considered terrible taste in music. So when I'm in a bad mood and I'm trying to like come around and cheer myself up, what I've taught myself to do is to listen to Cher, Life After Love, and imagine myself riding a jet ski. Because who could be mad when they're listening to Cher, Life After Love, and riding a jet ski, right?
Kind of hard to be mad on a jet ski to begin with, but yeah, backed up by that music, I can see it.
And it's just, and of course the motion would be a partial slow motion, right? Every third clip is slow motion. So yeah, that's the thing, right? You want to get into a better mood.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in life after love, and it could be.
I love that. I do. I really do.
It could be like a club version.
Yeah, want to welcome in a couple more people. We got R2R3 Locky Nut has wandered in. Hello there, my friend. And Terry 3Gs has also come in. All Dave, all night. Martian Murray is in the chat.
It should be Terry 3 trades.
3 trays?
3 trades, because he's trading. He's coming up on all kinds of good gear. See, that's the thing. You invest in the gear bank, and then you cash it in, and you get all kinds of cool stuff. Mm-hmm.
See, this is another one of those songs, right? Drift Away. River Docs has nailed this one. That is a great song to listen to when things are tough, right? Just kind of, even if nothing else, it just loosens you up a little bit.
The guy that's the main singer for Cracker tours my area like once a year and goes to the Hop Monk, which is like the main little club that's in Nevada, which is cool. I should go see him next time he's in town, because I didn't, if he's that high up, because it's usually $40 tickets, which is,
Mm-hmm. Want to just say, shout out All Day of All Night. He is hanging out with his lady. I got it. That's important. Got to do it. Have a good time.
Replay is 30% funnier, because you can fast forward through all of my rants. Sorry.
R2, R3, that's hilarious. You guys ever hear Summer Nights?
Yes.
Well, if you've ever been over on the O312 crew, if you've ever hung out with them, you've heard Summer Nights. Trust me.
Beautiful.
But it's another fun song. It's another song that, even if you're already down, it is one that will definitely lift you up.
Yep. How about one that'll pump you up? That's lift you up. Give me a pump you up. But I mean, because this is before, I'm a surfer. Before you go surfing, right? Or before you go in go-karting or whatever it is that pump you, or even fishing or whatever it is. I'm
not sure if it's a pump you up kind of song, but when I listen to Bad Company by Bad Company.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That just it gets me going. It makes me feel like I can do stuff, right?
Oh yeah. That's the invincible song. Like you get a suit of armor as soon as you started like hearing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you like kind of put your chest out a little bit more, and yeah.
Yes. Another reason for people to ostracize me and make fun of me in the comment, Eminem, The Moment. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. Yo, you only got one shot. Do not leave it. Yeah, man.
It works.
I will go to the verses. I don't want to get angry. I know that Eminem watches our show, and I don't want him to be offended by mine.
Yes, but he keeps it. He's always in lurk mode. For some reason, he won't.
No,
comment.
he has his assistant on there chatting. One of his assistants, I think. But anyway, I have found out recently that we are the number one lurked channel in the guitar room. And some of the names that came up were super interesting. Do you want to know some of the names that came up?
Yeah, I'd love to hear this.
Well, Bono was in the lurking realm. Also, because he was hanging out with the Edge. Because anytime Bono's there, the Edge stands over his shoulder. It's just happened. Also, we have all of the YouTubers, like mainly like Philip Ignite gets done with the show, starts dinner, and we are basically on in the living room right now on the big screen. He's got a big ass TV, way bigger than me. And just he doesn't want to comment, but I know that his favorite movie is The Blues Brothers. That's awesome. My favorite movie. You can tell if somebody's like on it or not if they like that movie. So anyway.
Well, I will tell you, I think our topic has struck something because we've got a bunch of these. Internationally Insane Studios, Blackwater. I mean, that is a great song to kind of recollect yourself with.
Totally.
By the time you hit that chorus for the third time,
your brain is washed clean.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, that's a great song where you could just run it over and over again. And it's still, you see what I mean? It doesn't really get old for a while.
Yeah. If you're on a hike, if you're, if you want to annoy children, absolutely.
And, of course, John ZD 351, Something to Believe in by the Ramones.
Oh, yeah. Well, so here's the thing. The Ramones are a whole vibe you can just put on the album. And it's like one song, isn't it? I mean, right? I mean, it's basically Ramones' album is kind of like 5 riffs.
And Marcia Murray says, been trying music therapy for a while. Can't be as active as I used to be. But, sometimes just listening to it, right, is great. And here's another one. Here you go.
Music with intent. Okay, so giving yourself the moment to take the moment to allow yourself a song, it's 4 minutes, and it can change your entire mood or perspective. And especially if you keep a pocket full that work, it's like a reset, like a mindful minute. I'm sorry, go ahead, Charles.
No, I want to just catch up on these before they get old and we're too far behind in the chat. John Z 351, Stretch Your Hand, right? Love it. And, of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Can't Stand the Weather. Martian Murray gives us Times Like These for the Foo Fighters.
Yes.
What's
the other one? The Foo Fighters, The Hero. That used to be, it literally was one of the songs that I had on a video that helped me get sponsored back in the surfing days. Was the I Am My Hero was the backing track of me like dropping in all majestically. So yes, that was like the soundtrack of my life.
And Octopus Ears has given us Pretender. There are a lot of Foo Fighter songs out there like that, right? That will do that.
So good.
Okay, now Randy has thrown down the gauntlet, Seth. Randy has thrown down the gauntlet. Okay, challenge received and accepted. Blackwater, China Grove, Long Train Running.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Amazing guitar guy. What is crack-a-lack-a-lackin'?
I was wondering who was going to go here first.
Who, where? Oh, go to...
Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Ooh, so that is a song. Talk about hard to sing.
Yeah.
Right? You better not try that. It's like, all right. Well, you want to know something right on the level with that I would say is right along with Ain't No Mountain High Enough. It's Cold Hearted Snake by Paula Abdul. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you really went 90s pop, didn't you?
I'm just saying, Cold Hearted Snake by Paula Abdul. So you will be in a good mood, not necessarily because the music's good.
I am so glad I had this particular comment pulled up at this moment.
But what's funny is when I play, I shred like heavier stuff, and my music tastes here are not what emulate out of my body per se. Mm-hmm. It's very funny that way, but I think I offset. And I get that a lot of this is silliness, but a lot of me is being silly is how I get through the day. So.
No, D.B. Douglas, we're not gonna laugh at because this is the music that brings you back, that soothes your soul, that speaks to you, right? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And right back where we started from, great song, right? And, you don't hear it, you don't hear a whole lot more, but it works. It's one of those ones that does it. And Martian Murray is telling us that lately it's been Dinosaur Jr. that their music has been bringing him up.
That was my big brother turned me on to Dinosaur Jr. and that probably did help emulate how I play, because I play usually with some pedals and some other stuff, always with a bass emulator underneath me when I play guitar, which is totally Dinosaur Jr. And then with a drum machine, and then that's the thing. Yeah, love it.
I love Dennis Ellis here. Web Wilder, Human Cannonball makes him happy. And here is another channel that we need to go ahead, Seth. If you have not checked out Dennis Ellis's channel, he plays some great music. So go over there and check him out, folks. I'm gonna have to get him into our links later on.
Yeah, that would be awesome, because I'm terrible. So, or leave everybody who feels like you want to share your subscribe. You're not hated by leaving your link in the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
We're not like that. We're like, leave your link. We're like, come here with your link, bring your link, because we all want to get to all the other channels.
The thing about YouTube, it won't let you actually. It'll put the link, but it won't activate it unless you're a moderator or the person running the chat.
And I'm not even moderate.
No, you've got full power on here. Don't lie.
Welcome
in Dennis Ellis, and welcome in Josh. Appreciate you being here, even with the spotty internet. Now, BC Rich, I like this comment. Right, to be honest with you, I'm not dependent on songs or music. For me, it's practicing and playing that works. But still, he's still using music to get there, right? Because he's playing it out.
Totally. And choosing the songs for the day. He's just got the instant, which I do absolutely the same thing too. Sometimes it's not even listening to music, which is a great point. And I might have touched on it, but probably not. That's so good. So I'll come in and I'll play. I have like 10 songs that I wrote programmed on this little SD card that goes into my looper. And I'll play through that set. And there's all kinds of different songs. Well, anyway.
So Ryan's saying, Uncle Cracker, damn it, it feels good to be me.
Oh, yeah.
I had not thought about this. Van Halen Dreams.
Yeah. Oh, Van Halen Panama.
Yeah. That and Running with the Devil.
Running with the Panama is just the thing. The guitar in Panama, the tone in the breakdown part, so good.
Oh yeah, all the ridiculous stuff that Roth is saying in the lyrics.
Oh, David Lee Roth. He's a nut. Oh, that guy was just the next one down after Bono. Was Roth. He's also a lurker in the chat. He's here.
Internationally insane studio. When he's upset, I listen to Boys Don't Cry and I Want to Be a Cowboy.
Boys Don't Cry is one that comes up.
See,
does anybody remember this? The
no,
band?
But there's a progression in that process. Right.
Does anybody remember the band Live? The I Alone Love You, I Alone. That song brings me joy because my brother changed the lyrics to I Alone Chuck Fruit. And then we would sing that and throw fruit at each other when we would go to the beach in Hawaii and go surfing. So that's why I love that song.
Yeah, Octopus Ear says Learning to Fly always cracks him up. The video always cracks him up. That's another good Floyd song to go to. And our buddy, apparently Josh Tannenberg has been doing some guitar safari because he actually found a guitar shop that has vintage guitars, and it's vintage to brand, right? They make a good quality guitar.
Yeah. They're super cool. So they are, pretty good. They're really good quality for the money. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll get you ready. So I also have parts of songs where the whole song doesn't pump me up as like the guitar intro, and I run that 15-second clip through my head before I do something intense. And there's certain guitar parts that pump me up.
Well, and here with the way that Ryan plays, it makes me wonder: does it pump him up more to listen to it or to play it?
Well, he can probably play just about everything you listen to with a little bit of practice. So it's just kind of interpreting it, right?
And Stairway to Heaven works for Randy.
Stairway to Heaven, but you can't play that everywhere without at least being ridiculed because of the thing, right? You can't play no Stairway to Heaven. And I can't play it cleanly. I don't think I would play it cleanly unless I really practiced it.
And so Keith H is saying Molly Hatchet for Learning with Disaster. I love that song, so I see that working too.
Totally.
Yeah. And Martian Murray is backing you up.
How so? What do you say? Eminem. Yeah, man. Eminem was good. Has anybody seen Eminem lately? He does funny YouTube clips where he raps about being an old man. He walks out. He's like, "What is this? Poop on my lawn." And he goes off and he does all this whole rap. I go, it's so good.
I love it.
I do appreciate all that dad stuff.
So Slaves and Bulldozers from Soundgarden is a favorite of Octopus Ears. And want to welcome in Cushman NYC and Wayne McConnell. Thank you for coming on in. We certainly appreciate it.
Soundgarden's such a specific tone and sound. Like when you go to hear him, like, yeah, it's a thing that'll put you in a mood. His voice
certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, that guitar stuff will really do it.
Trying to see. And Mesa Guitar Guy, welcome in. And he is telling us that Everlong is a great one. So
here, I got a question for you, Charles. Let's just say this: you have a Strat, a Tele, a SG, a Les Paul, and a 335. Which guitar do you pick up? And they're all equally awesome. Which one do you pick up when you're super happy?
Telecaster.
Which one do you pick up when you're super sad?
Telecaster.
Then you don't need any other guitars. No, I get it. I usually pick up a Strat first, but when I say Strat, it could have any pickup.
I don't, here's the really weird thing about it is, that's a really good thing kind of to think about. Though I don't always pick up the same guitar, right? If I don't want to be bothered with anything else, I grab the Guild. Right? That's I'm immediately playing. I don't have to plug in anything. I can, and I absolutely love the neck on that guitar. I love, Telecaster really is the guitar that I lean the most towards. And if you saw the rest of the room behind me and how many Telecasters are, it's obvious.
Right.
I am a big, huge sucker for a semi-hollow.
Oh yeah.
And so hence the so I will I can't explain it. I just come in and I pick up the one I pick up. And my body knows, but I don't.
When you'll know when you play it and you'll feel it. It's I've been playing the heck out of the Pink Sparkle. It's so much fun.
So Keith H has given us LA Woman. Yep, another good one.
Mm-hmm. Purple Rain. I play that all the time because that's one that I play and sing that makes me feel good. Mm-hmm.
Heck, I've been slow and low all day. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs. Made a cover today of it, and don't know if they'll let me post it. Let's try it. Category of only one way to find out,
right? Oh, like Rosie. Oh yeah.
The Cult, American Horse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a good one. Hellraiser with Ozzy and Lemmy.
I didn't even think about Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy had a lot of Bark at the Moon was a thing.
One of the Ozzy songs that works for me is If I Close My Eyes Forever.
If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain the same? Sorry, dude, we're going to get copyright strikes. And Ozzy's another one that is lurking.
So Wayne McConnell is reporting in. 2 heads are better than 1. That's why I bought a Telly-style double neck. Out on safari for $225. I am so freaking jealous right now. This is not
so funny. Somebody just had one and just was like, "This is worthless. I need to get rid of it." And you're like, "Yes, I'll take it."
Yeah. But you see, do you see the part of this that's getting me?
It's a two. Oh wow, yeah, $225, a 6 and a 12 string,
and it's a Telly style.
Yep, I'd do it. $225, you can't go wrong. That's $100 and something each. That is awesome.
Yeah, John was thinking Panama 2 and Unchained, and Octopus Ears is correcting me. He says it was Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters. See, for me, Learning to Fly by Pink Floyd is another one that does it.
I also thought it was Learning to Fly by Tom Petty, right? Learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. That's a thing, dude.
Yeah, well, apparently that theme works, right? Because here we just talked about 3 different songs that with that title that really work.
I'm coming out with my brand new, never released song before called "Cruel Summer." It's coming out next year, but don't steal it because I got to wait till summer. No one's ever written a "Cruel Summer" before, so that'll be new.
Oh, really? Nobody?
No, you look it up. It's unknown. No, all these kids were like, "Mr. Presley, my favorite song is Cruel Summer." I was like, "Oh, wow, we've got something in common. I like that song." And they were like, "No, it's Taylor Swift." It's like hell it is. And like, yeah, it was. It is Taylor Swift. But she's just like, "Oh, this worked 30 years ago. I'm going to do it again."
Didn't New Shoes do a Cruel Summer song? It was on the Karate Kid soundtrack.
There's a lot of Cruel Summers because everybody's had one. Yep.
Looks like Ryan's poking Brent a little bit. Octopus's Garden.
That is delicious. They brew this beer right down the street, right within like a half mile from my house, and they put it in the can right there. And it says stoked. So when I walked in, I just go like, "Hey, bro, stoked?" And they're like, "Yeah, stoked." And they're like, "Would you shut up and just take the beer home?" And then I just leave.
Well, see, I love this. Paul McNary is giving us the Beatles yesterday, and that brings out to me, I love that, and that works really well. But for me, the other Beatles song that really works is "Here Comes the Sun."
Yes. Which you could easily steal that riff and not even know that you stole that riff if you were a genius songwriter. Mm-hmm. Just saying. If you wrote a song called "I Need You Now" and the main riff for some reason went doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, basically the same thing as "Here Comes the Sun," and then first time you play it for your niece or nephew and they're like, "Isn't that Here Comes the Sun?" Mm-hmm. You're like, yes, it is, you little...
Just a bit, but it's different enough to be unique
in a exactly the same kind of way.
Yeah. I tried to help you.
The funny thing about it, really, dude, is that like I really wasn't in a space of like thinking of the Beatles or "Here Comes the Sun." Not in the Beatles had never been on my playlist, dude. Mm-hmm. Not that I hate them, but it's like not my thing. So there goes the sun, bro. Didn't steal from you, Paul. And why are you watching us and not even commenting anyway?
Really? A whole lot of Rosie pumps up D.B. Douglas. And the guitar doubling left me alone here with all this empty heartache. Line floors him every time. So get it. I love this stuff.
There are some lines in songs that have helped guide my life.
See, it's too bad. It's too bad you weren't playing tonight, Seth, because Martian Murray, "Purple Rain" makes him want that Boss Distortion C pedal dimension, that Boss Dimension C pedal. Excuse me.
I use the synthesizer, the SY1, that gives me, and then I use that for other songs because I use it for the bass thing, and then I use it for the synthesizer sound, like the Wow, it's really cool.
Nice. So it looks like Randy's got his hands on a different guitar because most recently, my most played guitar is a Squier Thin Line Kelly with Fender Wide Range pickups.
Oh, totally. Here, hold on. I'm just going to unplug this real quick. Since he was talking, because this is a life changer, dude. This is a deal changer. This will make you very happy for $100 and something bucks. Do you want to go?
The fun toy.
So you go in and you can send out to a dry signal out to the amp. So you get your amp sound and then this signal out to a different amp or a PA and get the huge sound of there's bass, strings, some other bullshit that I can't read, bell, organ, effects, pad, and lead. Lead does like a bunch of sounds that makes it sound like a wah and a bunch of cool stuff. For $100 and whatever dollars, you get yourself a ton of cool sounds and a lot of fun. This is one of the, I've been very happy with this. I think people that have those pads that are on their guitar also link up with this to make the sound.
There you go.
Because it was a buddy that had that recommended it to me, and I'm so thankful. Tony is his name. Thank you, Tony, for recommending that thing because it was a true change in my sound. And people have commented and been like, "You sound so big. Where does that come from?" Like, yeah,
nice.
That's
I
right.
was watching River Docs was doing his live stream last night, and he played Panama Red, and never would have thought that this song would have gotten copyright claim, but it did last night. So
it's funny. AI is listening and sorting it out now, right?
That's how these things are happening. And Ryan's got another good suggestion here. Bend over and let me see you shake your tail feathers. It's a good one.
Let me see you shake your tail. Didn't I say so? Anything from the Blues Brother movie? We were talking how that's how you sort people out. Figure out, like, if you're considering getting married, put that movie on. See the reaction.
And welcome in, Bo. Guitar Man 45 has made his appearance.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being in. So, Bo, we're talking about music that heals, the healing power of music and songs that lift you up when you're down. So let us know what works for you, bud.
Yes. Or songs that you seek out to loft you into a deep, deep depression. Because I want to avoid those. So
Paul McHenry is saying, Seth, you need you now was Lady Antebellum. So apparently they've got a song by that title as well.
Yeah, right. I know you had better search Seth Presley first before you do I Need You Now. Because there's also like 50 I Need You Nows too. And it's just, that was like the lamest out of the ones that I offered up. Like, hey, do you want this song that is emotional and I wrote about my brother? No, we'll take this one that says I Need You Now that you wrote on a napkin. But hey, I'll take anything.
And Randy Crook's giving us another one, Pink Floyd Dogs from the Animals album. No lyrical content, but the guitar work on there keeps you there. Yeah. Oh. And then Lizzie, boys are back in town. Yep. See, just tons of really good stuff on there.
Road trip music, and I'm always preaching Toad the Wet Sprocket, but you want to drive for 150, 200 miles and not trip on your drive, listen to any of their albums or a greatest hit album. But yeah.
And one of my absolute guilty pleasures, I love BB King, right?
Yep.
I love BB King. So when I'm listening to BB King, and especially when he, when they do the concerts where he's playing with everybody and their cousin, because everybody wants to play with BB.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Whenever he breaks into Downhearted, right? How blue can you get? Love it, love it, love it, love it. Because there's something in there for everybody.
I think BB King and Paula Abdul did a version of Cold Hearted Snake together. Did I miss that, or was that not like
right?
Cold Hearted Snake? Yeah.
Ryan Hall caught it. Okay, Cruel Summer was Bananarama, not New Shoes. New Shoes was I Can't Wait. Yeah.
So many good songs. So many
There
good
are.
songs. And a lot of the people that made a lot of the money were like doing the licensing. You got to license the song.
Well, our buddy Trev says he likes Pantera and Regular People works for him. I was wondering how long he was going to take him to give us something because he's been awful quiet in there.
No, Pantera will do it. Pantera. So my brother would say Surprise You're Dead by Faith No More. Because I remember distinctly we went to a Faith No More show and that song came on and he jumped out into the pit without a black eye. No black eyes. Came around after like 6 times with a black eye.
Oh my.
But I'm sure he gave a few black eyes in that process. But oh my God, I was like, I'm not going out there.
Well, see, now all the guilty pleasures are beginning to come out.
Let him
because
out.
you've got International Studios talking about Olivia Newton-John and Magic. And not to be outdone, Ryan Hall follows it up with Walking on Sunshine, which I believe, in the waves, it is a song that will pick you up if you are down.
Oh, so, but I'm telling you, if you sing that for an hour straight in a car ride with your wife, you're looking at divorce. Right? I mean, you can't go, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa! If you do that for an hour, you're out. You're done.
Yeah.
Just pull over. Or you could really prove a point. I love you so I'm walking on sunshine. That's great. I'm going to use that.
I love that one.
Slipknot. Yep.
So this one's for you.
What happened? Charles, listening. I was waiting on Seth to mention what? Yeah, by Culture Club. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, hold on. What's his name? The guy that had the tight blue jeans in the 80s from England. Anyway, we'll come back to him. He also lurks in the back.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I'm just not willing to say his name.
Trying to lead you through the front door, Charles. Come on. George Michael. Oh my God, so good. Like the George Michael song, like one of those ballads. That's one of those things that you'll sing in the car, like if no one's around. You like be singing it hella loud.
Teacher brings up a really good point here. The Scorpions, right?
Don't want to learn.
Love and uplifting lyrics, and you can't list, right?
How do you get me?
Think of, from the moment you hear the opening riff of Here I Am, Rock You Like a Hurricane, right?
Oh.
You are not going to have a bad time listening to that song. You just know it.
Have you ever seen the Scorpions live?
No, not been that.
You cannot understand a word they say in between songs, but that you can understand every word in the song. Here I am, rocks you like a hurricane, and then they're like, San Francisco, and you're like, what the fuck? And then they sing the next song, and they're like, fucking they enunciate so perfectly, and then you can't understand shit. Sorry.
Yeah. So and Josh
I've had only a little bit of beer, and I'm stoked. From Henna.
Apparently, it's working pretty well.
It's just like 16 ounces. It's only like 6%, 5.4%. Budweiser +1. Yeah.
See, I love doing this because it tells you a lot of, it tells you a lot about people, and it gives you ideas of where you can go, right? Silverchair, Fog Stamp album, right?
Wait, who said Silverchair?
That was Josh Tannenberg.
Yeah, Josh. Right next to Candlebox.
There you go.
Because if you're breaking up, you're going to listen to Candlebox, and you're going to listen to maybe some Silverchair. They were heavy. They had tone back in the day.
Oh yeah, and I love the comment earlier about the Scorpions because they did have a lot of Guitar Man 45 was right. They did have long songs that were great that way. Wind of Change is another great Scorpion song, and yeah, everybody's starting to roll through theirs, right? Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream, love it.
What's the other one, Smashing Pumpkins, that is not Siamese Dream, but the other one where they're driving in the car and it's very poppity. He's so good. So, thing about Billy Corgan that I have an insider word about Billy Corgan. Funny little anecdote. My buddy who's toured the whole world, toured with all these musicians, been to thousands of shows and concerts, was at a venue where they were playing Smashing Pumpkins, was part of the tour, but they were on a different stage. He said they played the loudest out of anybody that he's ever heard, out of the Stones, Metallica, Slayer. He's heard everybody. He said Smashing Pumpkins played so loud that he thought maybe they were trying to hurt the audience. Right, which is kind of cool because if you got all those speakers and you got a bunch of amps,
I can see that. I can see that to some degree. River Docs, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate that.
I just subbed to River Docs. I found him through your links, Charles.
It is a great channel because, and I was watching one of his videos earlier today, and it's like I missed out on a lot of those stories, right? Because I was kind of in my own bubble with me and my my three brothers growing up and listening to music, and so I didn't hear all the backstories of all these bands, and so now now that I'm older, I'm learning them, and from places like with River Doc's documentaries, it's a great place because he's so level-handed on how he does it all, and then
I heard that he's extreme biased. And only points out, no, I'm just joking. I can't wait to dig into it because he's super cool, obviously. Because I heard that he's also hanging out he's probably with Bono right now, and he's probably commenting for Bono. That's what makes total sense. Dude, we're on to you, brother.
They're all hiring a service to leave comments on our chats.
Stick your head in a little bit more, honey.
No, honey. I'm ready to hear it. I have my reindeer on.
There she is.
Hello.
It's here like crazy. It's like unbelievable rain right now.
I'm glad I don't have that right now.
Who's that chick? You don't even know her, do you? She's way too cute for to even hang out with you, loser.
God.
Golly. I like Mary. I mean, dude, this is not even fake. It is a fidget spinner, which I find very helpful from time to time. You might need to fidget spin. Mm-hmm. It's built into the ring.
And Paul McNary is talking about Alphaville Forever Young, the original video on that. It works for him.
Yep.
Michael B. Live, welcome in, my friend.
Michael B.
And if Cushman and want to say, I think I welcomed you in earlier, but just in case I didn't, hello there, my friend. Appreciate you. Oh,
man, I'm glad that all these people came to hang out. I know it's holidays. It's a thing. Hopefully everybody, God, do me this favor. If you are hanging out and you're doing the turkey thing and and they got it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, go put like Sepultura on. Because nowadays you can just do it with the phone, or you can be like, oh, can I see what's the Christmas list? And just tuck it in there so it comes in. Or you do Seth Presley, I Need You Now, which would be hilarious. Because it's basically Here Comes the Sun.
One of the songs that, I've been thinking about it, and one of the songs that really works for me, it's an old Styx song. And it's called Boat on the River. And it's all mandolin.
Ah.
Right? And it's got that whole gypsy vibe to it, as well. And so it's another song that really works for me.
Was it the first one that you were that made you figure out mandolin, or you already knew mandolin from a long time ago? Or
no, I heard mandolin and other things, but the thing about I loved about early Styx was that stuck between the 60s and the 70s kind of stuff,
right?
The old Wooden Nickel albums. And so,
anybody ever heard of Nickel Creek? There's a dude that plays mandolin. I saw a band named Nickel Creek, and I knew mandolin existed, and I knew it was but I never thought it was cool until I saw Nickel Creek. And then I was like, that dude shredded mandolin and made it like it was the star of the night, like, right? Because it has this specific tone that takes over the moment, and all you got to come in there is just shred your little solo, and it's a very linear instrument. So if you're good at it, you can shred very fast. Anyway, I was super impressed. Love mandolin.
And Boston is another group like that, right? Don't Look Back. Yeah, there are so many songs in the Boston catalog that are great for bringing you out and just, you know.
I forgot. Like
More Than a Feeling, right?
Yes, that's a guilty pleasure song, right? Yes. Operation Ivy, and they're all ska, so they're very uplifting.
Fight the Good Fight from Triumph.
Yep.
All right, folks, let's flood the chat with some more of your songs here.
We got Kendrick Lamar. Yep. Wait,
Yeah.
Is that the one where he says, sit down? All right, sit down. That's really talented. He, there's no denying the talent when you hear that song, right? Because people talk shit about rap all the time. But when you hear that, you're like, that guy's got talent, period.
Yeah, Uriah Heep. Okay, another good one. Uriah Heep, The Lady in Black.
Good song, yeah.
Yeah. Where was I'm missing? Okay, yeah, without a doubt, right? Queen, We Are the Champions.
I don't mind you hanging out and wasting all my time. The Cars, come on.
Midlife Crisis.
Oh my
Midlife
God!
Crisis.
We
Very
forget
good,
about
Michael
Michael
Bublé, yeah.
Basic, who's also lurking. Come on, Rick.
See, these are like so many of these are like songs I forgot about, right? Let the Good Times Roll with the Cars. Definitely.
Times roll. Yeah. Dude, who do we have the Cars moment at the same time, but different songs just now? Did we just become best friends?
What song were you going with?
Was it that is Let the Good Times Roll, the one I was singing?
Yeah.
Oh,
You just
best friend. All right,
right,
I guess we have to move in. Pack your stuff. 150 Tamil Pius Drive.
That is Guitar Man 45's comment came up just as it.
Oh, we just became best friends. Sorry, dude. That means it's worse for you than it is for me.
See, Bubba's on fire now. He's like in rapid fire mode. I can't even keep up.
We got a lot of comments that have been coming through.
Yeah, I mean,
people know I can't read this fast. Every breath you take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Xanadu, Olivia Newton-John. We're all guilty of singing along with it, I'm sure. Guitar Man 40, please. Every breath you take. Yeah, definitely. And yeah. Wow.
Among all these songs that are actual songs, we had a very common thing in surfing that we would do when the waves were perfect and amazing and we were having, and my brother started it, but he would just start screaming the word rip, like shredding, ripping, but doing it in the sequence that car alarms go off. Like, rip, 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 rip. And that became a thing. Like when the moment was perfect and you were shredding, you would scream that crazy idiot stuff to your friend, but they knew what it meant.
Love it.
So
love
good.
it.
Yeah. Where's our surfer?
This has been
guy that was here from Hawaii. We have a surfer. He's probably not here tonight.
Oh, Mickey is another great song. That is a great one. That is a great one. Yeah, I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. Yep, there's early 80s, sure.
Yep. Don't Stop Believing. That's the song at the Giants stadium that they play all the time because they.
Oh yeah.
They always lose. They try to believe that they'll win occasionally, but they don't.
Yeah, there was a time when you couldn't get away from Eye of the Tiger. You were right.
Oh man, so good. I played that.
Yeah, Bonkers is saying Nazareth, Hair of the Dog, another good. And it's so funny that you sitting there, you go down this list and you see all these songs that folks are putting out there, and you're like, oh yeah, why don't I listen to that one when I feel like that? Right?
Man, I've forgotten what I started fighting for. It's time I rode this ship into the shore and just put away these oars forever. You know, that's something that you know so well that you could slow it down. You could say it in a speech to a teenager. You know, I just don't think you should fight this feeling anymore. I think it's time you rode your ship into the shore and threw away the oars forever.
Terry, that may well be the truth.
So good.
Alred Clark on Dusty Springfield, Yesterday When I Was Young.
Aerosmith.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make that Aerosmith noise.
All right, so here's the thing. Now that we've been doing this, right?
I got an Aerosmith in my leg.
This is too good not to read out. This is just too good not to read out. Mesa Guitar Guy. The first song on the radio just after he was in court to finalize his divorce was "I'm Free" by The Who.
Oh, I love it. Speaking of, that song was in his car. I had a race car that the one CD got stuck in the CD player. And one of the only cool songs that was on there was like, "I'm only happy when it rains." And this is kind of a cool song. But I listened to that way too many times. The Final Countdown.
Final Countdown, yep. Yeah.
What are you saying? We only have 4 minutes? I mean, geez.
No, the final. No. You remember the song "The Final Countdown"?
No, I'm kidding. I thought he was commenting on behalf of Philip McKnight. It's just like, get out of here, guys. I gotta eat dinner. He's too much guitar.
Symmetry. That was Johnny Paycheck's "Take This Job and Shove It" was a staple in my house growing up. This is how embarrassing it was. This song was on so much in our house that one summer there was a talent show. Okay,
and you wanted to sing it,
and my mother dressed all 4 of us boys up in cowboy garb. They put us up on the stage and we sang "Take This Job and Shove It."
At how old? You guys
there are pictures.
Yeah, I remember when I had my little niece get up and perform Cop Killer. It was a beautiful moment. I'll never forget how the crowd reacted. The looks in their faces.
How am I supposed to hold it together when you say something like that?
I'm sorry. But boy, she did great. I thought she wasn't going to hold it together with all those lyrics and all those weapons that she had to have on her costume.
She owned it.
She owned it. Yep. Still to this day, she's thugging. Thug life. Love you.
Oh.
Emma. I'm going to say it's Emma. I got a deep, deep secret. Oh, the Fat Boys. Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites, of course. Queen Latifah.
But this selection, I think, is almost perfect. All Right Now by Free.
Yes. Yes, that is a mood. All right now. Who sings it?
It's Free.
Were they like a one-hit wonder? Because that's a great song.
And I think so. I don't think they had too many hits, but that was the one that everybody knows.
You only need one, right? You only need one. The guy that made up hot dogs didn't need to make up hamburgers. Just saying. You just need one.
You know, Seth, this has been just a fun show to do.
Wasn't it? It's just so good. You have such good ideas. You know, because
this guy can't come up with anything good. He's just a dead weight.
Yeah, folks, the truth about that is the majority of the show ideas start with Seth.
That's we bounce back and forth. It's not all me. This is all Charles, and I love it because he always comes through and I'm like, what are we even going to do this week? And then you get the text and it says what you're going to do this week. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I was already feeling emotional. It's been an emotional couple of weeks. I have to get ready and go see my family who I love, but it's like Dysfunction Fest 2023. So, you know, we'll have turkey dinner. It will be between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. You know? We don't know. But I won't eat the turkey anyway, and no one cares. I'm just going to only have the sides.
I'm being heckled by a friend.
Oh, it's on. He's saying, get off the air. We got an hour.
And my response to him is, because I can.
I'd like to thank everybody who came and partied with us tonight.
Oh, yes.
And had fun. Friday nights are cool, man. And like, it's a thing to set out a little bit of time to come and hang out. Everybody that chats, most of you people have my phone number. If you don't, it's not hard to find. Go on my Reverb, go on my YouTube, text me something so we can share it. I'm surprised it didn't blow up more. Oh, I did get a bunch of texts from my wife before she stuck her face in that said, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going to come crash your show. Your show is false. I don't think you're even down there. Like all this stuff. Anyway, I appreciate you, Charles, dude. It's so fun.
No, appreciate you and appreciate this whole community, and thank everybody for being here tonight, because all you and I did here was sit here. We had a bunch of fun, had a bunch of laughs.
Facilitate.
And now I have a new Rolodex of songs to go to when I'm having a tough time.
The chat on this rebroadcast might be kind of famous for compiling a killer playlist of everything you and your friends like. Yeah. So if you're like, oh, what should I play? Like the song you want to slip in out of the blue at the Thanksgiving festival, which I highly recommend because it brings you joy. No one's really going to know. Who cares, right? Slip something fun in there. Put in Paula Abdul, Cold Hearted Snake, and look at the people's faces and see if are they happy or are they sad. It's a good social experiment.
It is just amazing. It's been a lot of fun, guys. We're going to go ahead. We're going to end out the show here. Want to thank everyone for being here. Reminder that we'll be back next week. Are we doing a show next week? Are you available next week?
Friday? Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So we'll be here. And this Sunday on Chatting with Charles, I have Martin of L&M Guitar Corner coming on.
Beautiful.
And so we're going to interrogate him about those two projects that he's working on right now. So I hope he's got his answers all ready.
I saw something on a channel that I'm subscribed to, which is something Highline Guitars, and he did a thing where using it seemed like his video was a direct answer back to L&M. But check it out, Highline Guitars, where his staining used alcohol diluted instead of diluted with water. It's genius, right? Because the alcohol lets out.
Yeah,
that's how he gets it into the veneer. And he said you can sand your ass off, and the veneer is so thin it doesn't want to take it. You got to do it with the alcohol. And he also says the dye, it really helps if you start with the powder and build the dye. That those work way better because those fine powders go into the veneer. Anyway, we could talk hours for this, and we just have fun.
Well, we could, and send me that video if you don't mind.
Highline Guitars, I'll send you his link. He's really cool.
Excellent.
He's also lurking.
Seth, you got anything coming up this week you want to talk about?
I do. I'm at 132 subscribers now, which is way too many. So I'd like all of you to reevaluate our friendship, go and dig deep and see if you really feel like we should maintain this friendship and maybe unsubscribe. No, I'm just joking. Please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I'm trying to get up to 500, but whatever. I'm not tripping. I hit, thanks to these fine folks and help from River Docs, I hit 350 the other day, and I was getting there. We're getting there. Because you provide good quality content that the people enjoy. God bless America. And
thank you, everyone. With that, we're going to go out. We look forward to seeing you next week. I will see those of you that show up on Sunday on Chatting with Charles, and keep an eye out for what Seth has got up his sleeve next.